The Humane Society of the United States estimate that animal shelters care for 6 to 8 million dogs and cats every year in the United States, of whom approximately 3 to 4 million are euthanized. Most animals sold in pet stores come from mass breeding facilities called puppy mills, where they are denied socialization, exercise, and veterinarian care. The puppies are typically taken from their mothers at an early age, packed into crates and tucked or flown hundreds of miles to brokers and then to pet stores, often without adequate food, water, or ventilations. Some puppies don't survive the grueling journey. Of the 6 to 8 million pets that end up in the shelter each year, half of those will probably not be adopted. 25% of pets in shelters are purebreds, which is a misconception that many people think that you cannot get purebred dogs from animal shelters. You actually can. Breed-specific rescue groups always have purebred dogs and puppies looking for new homes. When I was looking for a dog, went to an animal shelter, which I wasn't looking necessarily for a particular breed at first. I came across Reggie here, who is a Boston Terrier, who was actually rescued from a puppy mill. He's approximately 3 to 4 years old. They're not really sure, since he lived in a puppy mill, his actual age, but according to his dental records, his vet said he's approximately 3 to 4 years old. He definitely lacked social skills because for 3 years of his life he was confined to a cage. But through the interaction at the animal shelter, he started to develop some social skills. When you purchase a dog from a shelter, pets adopted from shelters and rescue groups typically cost a lot less than pet stores. For example, I went to the local pet store yesterday to get an idea how much it would be to purchase a Boston Terrier, purebred Boston Terrier, and it was $1,500. When I adopted Reggie from the shelter, the donation request was $100. The only difference between me getting him at the shelter as opposed to the pet store is I would have paper saying that he was a purebred dog from the pet store, as opposed to not having it at the animal shelter, which I was not interested in breeding him, so to me that piece of paper was essentially worthless. If for some reason you don't, if you don't find what you were looking for as far as the breed of the dog, you just need to keep searching. Give it time. It did take me about 8 months to find the Boston Terrier breed that I was looking for. So, I mean, it does take time, but it was definitely worth the wait. It is impossible to weigh the benefits of each choice when considering the cost of adopting versus buying a pet. If you, again, if you plan to show or breed the animal, you will certainly need the papers. But if you don't plan on doing that, there's no reason you couldn't adopt from a shelter. A few reasons why animal shelters are more pet owner friendly than pet stores. More often than not, if the puppy purchased from the store becomes sick, the store will offer you another dog in exchange for the one that you have already become attached to. They will typically put the pet down as a cost-saving measure rather than nursing that dog back to health. The animal shelter, on the other hand, will offer to pay the cost or contribute the cost of nursing the animal back to a healthy state. Health problems are typically the biggest question associated with puppies in puppy stores. Sure, the puppy see playing in its cage while walking through the mall may be cute enough, but what do you know about it other than its ability to play? It is important to know much, if any, information about the puppy you are considering buying from a store, because only a basic exam is done on that dog. When you purchase from a shelter, they divulge all medical information. If there is a problem that seems to be at early stages, such as hip dysplasia, they do tell you what it could potentially cost you in the future and what it would cost to treat. In my dog's case, they offered to help pay the cost because he had visible signs of hip dysplasia, early stages of hip dysplasia. So they made me perfectly aware before purchasing him that if he needed surgery, how much it would cost and what would be involved with it. And they give you this information because they don't want you taking the pet home if you can't take care of it. As opposed to the pet store, that they wouldn't give you that information because, of course, they want you to purchase that $1,500 pet. Socialization. Puppies raised in the pet stores are never exposed to certain sensations experienced at the home. Experienced at the home, I'm sorry. When the dog is finally introduced to it is unknown how they will handle them. However, most don't receive them too well. Breeders raise puppies with stimulation so that when they are purchased, they will easily adapt to their new surroundings, particularly much better than the store-bought puppies. Um, for example, the shelter has volunteers who spend time daily with the shelter dogs, which help them develop their social skills to where they don't have the room or the time or the staff to play with the dogs at the pet store. So there's limited interaction other than removing them from the cages and displaying them for potential pet owners to purchase. Most shelters and rescue groups conduct through thorough behavioral analysis on each pet that they will to ensure that they will be the right fit for your family. Dramatically improving the chances of your new pet will fit right in. Shelters and rescue groups can provide advice on making your relationship with your pet the best it can be for the rest of his or her life, so you'll never have to go it alone. For example, if you're perusing the website looking for a particular breed and you see a Boston Terrier, usually generally on the right-hand side, it'll say whether the animal is pet friendly. In other words, if you have another dog or if you have another cat in the home, whether they feel that that dog will adjust to that environment with another animal in the home, or if children are present and the dog tends to not like children, move away, skittish, shy around children, they'll also divulge that information. So they put the dogs through certain tests just to determine whether this animal would be fit in your home, because they don't want you to adopt a pet that's not going to, adjust to your home. So today I have shared some information with you about local animal shelters. If you adopt from a shelter, you are quite literally saving an animal's life and giving it a second chance to have a loving home. So remember, if you're actually looking for a dog and you're looking for a specific breed, the animal shelter should be the first place you look. You can adopt many dogs there. It may take time. It may take months before you find the breed that you're looking for, but when you do find the breed you're looking for, it's definitely worth it. Thank you.